This question came from Ed Maurer on Facebook. It's a little bit about what we just heard from Brittany, but Ed wants to know what happened to the program Judy Beard was asking for volunteers with the AFL-CIO for election help, and also the program monitoring vote by mail for the election.
Judy, that sounds like a perfect question for you. Thanks, Ed, for joining us and weighing in.
The AFL, and thank you for the question. The AFL-CIO election help is exactly what Brittany is doing. So we are running that program right now. We've been running it for a couple months, and we run it with the Central Labor Councils and state fairs across the country. So some of them are not asking for additional volunteers, but in all of the battleground states, they want more and more and more volunteers. So we use the AFL-CIO as a guide to, where you want workers. We work together as a team, and we do have volunteers. And if you are interested in finding out if they need more volunteers, somewhere they need volunteers, I'm sure. Go to apwu.org.
Judy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. I was going to add also that just because you're in a state that may not be a battleground state doesn't mean that there's not work to do. So, for example, let's say somebody's in Massachusetts. The chances are that Massachusetts is not a state that is a problematic state for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. So somebody in a state like that may say, well, there's nothing for me to do. But unfortunately, in our democracy, we have an electoral college. So you can win the popular vote by 7, 8, 9, 10 million people, and you can still lose. So somebody from Massachusetts or somebody from California shouldn't throw up their hands and say, well, there's nothing to really do. We're okay here. We're not okay as a country. And somebody from California, I'm not picking on those states, I'm just giving examples, can be plugged into the phone banking in Pennsylvania, or plugged into the phone banking in Michigan or Wisconsin or North Carolina or Georgia or Arizona or Nevada. That's where, in this distorted method we use of the Electoral College, that's where the election's going to be decided. It doesn't mean your own elections in your own state are important. You may be working on city council races, House and Senate races at the state level, key Senate races, key House races on the federal side. All of that's very important, and we want you to be involved in all of it. In terms of the presidential race, you can phone bank from any state through the AFL-CIO program and get into those battleground states and make a difference. And Judy, there was another part of the question about the election mail issue. I don't know if you want to touch on that or not.
Yes, in our contract, in our collective bargaining agreement, we have language for an election task force. And I serve on that national committee with other unions and management. And we've had great success over the years. In 2020 was the first year, and they did a great job. You did a great job. Postal workers did a great job getting the ballots out in a timely manner that came through the post office. And we have that set up today. We do have a few bumps that we're going to work out next week. And we have postal employees that are election monitors in some areas working now, making sure that the ballots get processed in a timely manner.
Thank you, Judy. And if there's any people out there working as monitors and have any concerns, contact Sister Judy Beard in the legislative department in a direct way, and we'll get right on it.